Well, crime is an epidemic in California. Retail theft in particular has run businesses out of the state. We've all seen the video of smash and grabs, brazen thieves walking out of stores with trash bags, shopping bags. Look at them over there just stealing jewelry as they run out full of goods in broad daylight. Many place blame squarely on Prop 47, which was passed in 2014. It was sold to voters as criminal justice reform in a way for the state to lower its prison population. It dropped shoplifting, grand theft, and receiving stolen property from felonies to misdemeanors. That's if the value stolen is less than $950. But with crime rampant in the state, Californians for Safer Communities, a group made up of Democrats, Republicans, law enforcement, elected officials, and businesses, well, they introduced reforms to Prop 47. They've gathered nearly 1 million signatures to get it on the ballot in November. But now many are accusing California Democrats, including Governor Gavin Newsom himself, of playing dirty tricks in an attempt to halt the bipartisan reform. And for more on this, I'm joined by California Representative Kevin Kiley. Kevin, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. I want to get into the latest underhanded moves behind the scenes in just a minute. But first, let's start with the proposed reforms themselves. What changes to the law would they bring?
Well, this initiative seeks to correct the glaring problems with Proposition 47, which was this initiative 10 years ago that has caused crime to absolutely spin out of control in California, where you can go into a store and steal items under $950, essentially no consequence. People just walk out. They don't even try to stop you because nothing's going to happen to you if you get prosecuted. And it's sort of led to this epidemic of retail theft. It's culminated in these just unbelievable smash and grabs that we see. It also, this initiative from 10 years ago also essentially legalized open drug use. So it's largely behind the open air drug markets we have in California. It's behind, to a large extent, the overdose crisis that we have in California. It's decimated the ability of our criminal justice system to direct people into treatment. And so this initiative seeks to reverse those very problematic provisions and restore appropriate consequences for stealing, to restore consequences and treatment options for folks who have drug addiction problems, and to toughen penalties for fentanyl dealers. It is a bipartisan initiative. It is broadly supported by Californians, and yet we have a very sinister move by our state's ruling politicians to try to derail it.
You know, it's interesting as you're talking and we're showing all this video, it's like total lawlessness. I mean, you think it's something out of a movie, but this is the reality in California. Earlier this week, we learned that leaked emails from Newsom's chief of staff show there might be some underhanded, dirty politics going on behind the scenes regarding Prop 47 reforms. What can you tell us about it? Because as you read it, as I read it, you posted it to your ex, it makes no sense. Why do you not want to make changes?
Well, the governor has made it, this his hill to die on, that he does not want this initiative to change or to go through to make Californians safer. And he knows he can't win at the ballot box. And so he's come up with a truly unheard of scheme to try to undermine the initiative, where basically he's having some other public safety measures linked to the initiative. And he's trying to say that if the initiative passes, then those other public safety measures will be automatically reversed. So he's essentially trying to threaten Californians out of not voting for this initiative, and to punish them if they do, and to confuse them as to what the initiative is all about. But what really proves that this is all about politics and not about public safety is recently linked emails show that while the governor's been going out saying, oh no, we don't need an initiative, we don't need to change Prop 47, his chief of staff was privately saying the governor might actually come out and support the initiative if we just pushed it back to 2026. So that would be 2 more years of Californians being victimized. And the only rational explanation for that is the governor doesn't like the political implications of having public safety on the ballot in the 2024 election.
Well, and also he doesn't want to get the heat, right? He wants to push it off for 2 years because he doesn't want to get the heat right now because his political aspirations are much bigger. Would you say so?
Well, absolutely. If and when this initiative passes, it will be a very strong repudiation of Gavin Newsom.
Yep.
that under his time as governor, public safety has deteriorated, crime has spun out of control, major retailers and companies are leaving the state left and right, Californians feel unsafe, and it's because of Newsom's own reckless policies.
You're 100% right. I was just going to talk about that. Businesses are fleeing the state of California. People don't feel safe. Californians are tired of hiding valuables to go outside or just not even wearing them at all. Or even as simple as going to a store. You have to get a clerk to, at the supermarket to get you your razors or whatever, your toothpaste. Why in the world would Newsom not want to make the changes to deter these criminals? Or, why are law-abiding citizens paying this price?
Well, the reason law-abiding citizens are paying this price is because our politicians are corrupt, and Gavin Newsom is perhaps the most corrupt of all. He has shown very clearly through his machinations here that he cares more about power and his own political advantages than he does about the safety of the people of California and trying to, set our state on the right course. And you're absolutely right. When you go to major cities in California, you would not believe what you see. You walk through open-air drug markets. There's no enforcement whatsoever. You walk into stores. You go to CVS. You have to get a clerk to come help you unlock. A drawer, a cabinet just to get to, shampoo or body wash or basic groceries. Same thing, you go to the grocery store. The frozen foods are locked down because that's the only way these companies, these retailers, can stop them from getting stolen. The law itself is not a deterrent. These are scenes that no American should have to experience in the 21st century, and yet they're becoming more and more common in Gavin Newsom's California.
And not to mention, California is an expensive state to live in. The taxes are out of control, and the borders are open. You speak to people who live in California who say things like, my taxes are out of control. Meanwhile, people are coming here from all over the world, and they get, free everything.
Well, that's right. In fact, California right now in the San Diego sector has the most illegal border crossings of any sector in the country. That's the first time that's happened since the 1990s. And why is that the case? Because layered on top of President Biden's reckless open border policies, Gavin Newsom has compounded that by standing by California's status as a sanctuary state and by offering free health care to everyone in the state illegally, several $1 billion a year at a time in which we have a $73 billion deficit. So other states are trying to, stop illegal immigration, whereas Gavin Newsom is simply, making the situation even worse.
Absolutely. Maybe if California legislators pass laws and put the citizens first, people in California would be much happier. Representative Kevin Kiley, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
You bet.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.